Happy
Happy
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, thank you. I know, I'm so sorry I have so much energy today. We always have energy for ibpap, right? And for the wonderful, wonderful, and amazing industry that has been growing, evolving, and really contributing to the Philippine economy. And we are so very proud to be part of that. And we are so very proud that we have all of you as part of our, as our industry, as our allies, as our partners. We really want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for continuing the sharing of our story, sharing the narrative of the Philippine IT-BPM industry and being with us every step of the way. It's so good to see everybody. We have our usual folks and usual partners, but it's also good to see our Balikbayan friends also who are here with us today here at the ibpap office. It's so good to see you guys again. Without further ado, I don't want to, prolong this any further because today we get to share with you a wonderful, amazing, and exciting project that ibpap has embarked on. They've been working on it for a very long time, and we are here today to share with you the industry rebrand that ibpap has undertaken together with our partners. And of course, the person at the helm, the person leading us all, is Mr. Jack Madrid, ibpap's President and CEO. Jack, I am passing on the baton.
Thank you, Bea. Do I need a mic or is this okay? Mic? Mic, okay. Thank you for visiting ibpap. And I hope this is just the first of many similar gatherings with our important partners, which is you guys, the media. As we are the voice of the 1.7 million strong employee workforce of IT-BPM, you are also part of that voice because we are a major economic pillar of the economy, and so we feel that communicating our role and our importance and the needs and the challenges and the opportunities need to be communicated to the public. But today is quite special. Why are we all here?
I think 2024 is a pivotal time for the IT-BPM industry. After coming from a very strong, higher than global growth rate, I'm talking about the Philippines growth rate. Do you know how we ended 2023? Should I give you some of those numbers? Okay, very quickly. We had a tremendous performance in 2023. We ended the year with 1.7 million employees. That represents over 8% growth over the previous year. We added 130,000 new jobs for Filipinos. We contributed $35.5 billion to the economy. That's export service revenue, making us the largest source of foreign exchange inflow into the Philippines. Now these are very big numbers, and all of that told, our revenue per employee also continues to grow, and that's already at slightly above $21,000. Now these are the metrics that we measure industry performance, and that's why from time to time you will hear ibpap talk about them. That is how we measure our performance. Now, those growth rates are higher than the rest of the world. Higher than India, higher than South Africa, higher than any other IT-BPM destination. And we should be proud of that. We should celebrate it. After all, how many industries can we claim that the Philippines is a world leader? I mean, anyone think of anything else other than IT-BPM? Of course, the other pillar of the economy is our overseas workers. But that's
pretty much it. We are, we are one of the major pathways for our population to enter the middle class. And that is why my team and I do what we do. 2024 is a very important year because we feel that we are we are at the crossroads of where we go, where we go from here in the midst of accelerated technology change. There's been a lot of talk for the past 15 months about generative AI and its possible impact on the industry, on jobs in general, and we represent a lot of jobs for Filipinos, and we are the same position as many other industries that are asking themselves the same question: what's going to happen to our jobs because of generative AI? And so, just to quickly talk about that, we feel that in general our position is that we view it as both an opportunity and a challenge, and it's really basically up to us on how to prepare for the changes in the nature of jobs for the industry. Our position is that it is more of an opportunity than it is a challenge. We feel that there will be jobs that will be affected, but for the most part, we feel that we're in a relatively strong position because we feel that this new technology will actually augment many of the jobs that we do. Recent studies that we've come across indicate that Gen AI has the potential to improve productivity and efficiency of the average performing agents by 14%. Its improvement for the higher performing agents is less, but clearly there is a very strong potential that our agents will become more productive and more efficient, and that is a good thing. Now, obviously, there will also be jobs that will be changed and maybe displaced. But these are jobs that we have always wanted to progress from. These are jobs that are repetitive in nature, that are automatable. We've always wanted for our industry to become more higher value adding, and I think Gen AI provides us with that opportunity. So it is hard to predict the future jobs and new jobs that will be created, but we feel that for the foreseeable future, AI will augment jobs. It will affect some jobs, but that is also an opportunity to upskill, right skill, and cross-skill our employees. The best way to prepare for AI is to work on our skill sets. What we studied in school, what our college degree is not as important as our present set of skills. And so never before has it been more important and urgent to address the skills gap between, for our existing workforce. There is some for our upcoming generation of job seekers and our students who must be equipped as they prepare to enter the workforce. So, AI will affect basically all industries. Never before have we seen a technology that can actually affect all jobs. And so we, in the IT BPM industry, obviously we're very big, and so, but we are also very diverse. So it will affect all the different categories of IT BPM in different ways. But the one common thing that we must all
address is really the skill sets. I've come across some data that indicate that we are, as Filipinos, are the most active users of social media in the world in terms of screen time. So we obviously have the channels to access information. And the good news is that many of the skills, many of the talent development programs and course offerings are available online. So I think the decision is really, and the responsibility is ours. How do we spend all that screen time? I think an average Filipino spends between 8 to 10 hours a day. I wonder what kinds of, I don't want to think about what sites they go to, but I would hope that they devote a good percentage of that towards improving their skills, because it's our responsibility. I just came from India, and every time I go to India, I feel I get a little bit smarter because I learn things from what they're doing. They are the #1 country in ITBPM. That's why I like going there. Now, what did I learn this time? What I learned was that their Indian families influence their kids to study math, engineering, science, and other technical, and to be a doctor as well. So maybe that's the one thing that we have in common. We don't quite have that STEM culture in the Philippines, and maybe we won't. But I think it's time to think about that as we try to influence our youth in order for them to stay relevant and be prepared for the jobs of the future. That's probably one major difference between ourselves and India. Of course, they're also much bigger in population. They just became the most populous country in the world, more than China. So they'll always be 10 times bigger than us. But let's maintain our #2 position, because both countries are #1 and #2 in ITBPM. They are more digital, perhaps, in terms of their skill set. But us Filipinos, we have our own strengths too. That's how we have grown our industry to where it is today, on the bedrock of communication and of our world-renowned brand of empathy. The whole world wants a Filipino to resolve their problem. And I think we should maintain that. And I think that puts us in a good position, because no other country has agents that can understand customer issues as well as we do. So let's be proud of that. Let's celebrate it. But let us complement it with some digital skills, because that's what we need to face the challenge and opportunity of AI. When I speak to members, I ask them what their talent challenges are. And it's not all Python. It's not all programming. Some of it is analytics. But most of it actually is in soft skills, such as comprehension, critical thinking, and communication. So let us play to our strengths. Those are strengths. But maybe in some areas we are slipping. Let's just admit it. But the Philippines brand is still strong. So let us play to our strengths, but complement those with some skills that we are not known for. And that should be able to mostly get us to where we want to be. But the courses and the skills we need are all available online, and I think our role as ibpap is to continue to communicate what those skill gaps are. Now, AI is not going to go away. I've said a few times before, the AI train has left the station and is moving very fast, and we must not get left behind. And so here in ibpap, we are also taking it very seriously. We are not fearful of AI. In fact, we want to stay ahead of this whole dialogue on AI. So a lot of the things we will talk about with you, members of media, will be about AI because we need to drive the conversation. And in connection with that, I'd like to also announce that we have a new addition to the ibpap team. His name is Doc or Dominic Ligot, and he is now the new head, the new ibpap head of research and also AI. So Doc, welcome on board. That's why he's here with us this evening. Doc, you want to say something?
Thanks, Jack. And yeah, happy to entertain questions later about AI.
Okay, a man of few words, but you can ask him anything later. He's quite a known speaker and communicator on this topic, being the founder and CEO of Serolytics. That's his company, as well as a co-founder of the Analytics and AI Association of the Philippines. I think some of you already know Doc. But anyway, that is my summary of industry performance in 2023. Where we feel we are in AI, we will continue to drive that conversation. But just to wrap the performance of the year up before I go into the main event of this evening, which is unveiling the industry rebrand. I also wanted to share with you what we project will happen in 2024. We expect to grow the industry by another 7%. In terms of headcount, we project to end the year with 1.84 million employees, and with a little bit of luck, for the first time in history, we will touch $40 billion in revenue. And so, very big. It's a very big number. It's an ambitious number, but the numbers I'm sharing with you are the aggressive numbers of our roadmap 2028. And so, this is really quite a pivotal time in our history, amidst all the challenges. It's not just India anymore. There are other countries that are looking at getting a piece of our market share. Countries like South Africa, Colombia in South America, Vietnam, Poland, even Egypt are becoming known as IT BPM destinations. Now, are they competitors? To a certain extent, yes, but I think they want to be where we are. So let us not just defend our share. Let us strengthen our market share. But the skills challenge is really something we need to take seriously. So with that, I think we can move on to the rebranding. But before we start, I have a few slides that I will go through quickly, and we have a few videos that I hope